Today we are in Proverbs chapter 26. The first 12 verses of the chapter talk about the fool, which we have also been talking about the last few days. Let's look down at chapter 26, verse 12, which reads, "Do you say a person wise in their own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for them." So after all that's said in the first 11 verses, the writer here in verse 12 actually puts what I would call the icing on the cake. This is a cap statement. This is a verse that appears, like almost insignificant. But it has an element of one of the most important things in the Bible, and that's this: humility. Let's look. "I think it is dangerous for anyone to feel like they are wise in their own eyes. That is regardless of how great their wisdom is, no matter how vast their understanding, no matter how much true life experience they have. This is just a bad place to be. And now it's good to assess where I'm at, to feel like I'm progressing spiritually, socially, mentally, etc., all those things. But when I've crossed that line in my mind to the point that I am wise in my own eyes, there is in that an unhealthy pride." I think the Bible here is specifically talking to the fool in those first 11 verses, and even this one. However, since there is an element of the fool in all of us, we want to stay as far away from that as we can. It's like a spectrum. On one end of the spectrum is the fool, and on the other end is the totally, perfectly wise person. Well, we're somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. Now, our goal is to be wiser and wiser, to move towards the end of the spectrum to the wise person. Wise in God's eyes, not wise in our own eyes. The verse goes on to say that a person that is wise in their own eyes has less hope than a fool. So if we look at the above verses, we may actually be more likely to fall into destructive behavior than even a fool. So we need to be humble before God. Have a blessed day.